Well, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome all of you to our X-Tribe Online Leadership Webcast. This is a weekly webcast that we have designed and put together with the top leaders, as you're going to hear from tonight, from all over the country, and also all the way down to Latin America tonight. We're lucky enough. And this is a webcast to give everyone updates as to what's going on within the team, within the company, and certainly to get ready for the big official launch of Fusion USA as of next week in Orlando. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But to kick off, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the new features we now have on the xtribeonline.com website, which is our team website. Guys, I strongly suggest you go there. If you've not been there yet, go there and subscribe. Again, it's xtribeonline.com. And what you're going to see there are a series of different sections within the website. And the new section that we've just put up is for presentations. And it's a really cool segment because it's going to give you actual video presentations, audio presentations, on the products, on the business, and of course on the entire company and the vision, and a lot of good training as well. So make sure you check that out. That's really important, and that's new and updated. And I also want to thank Derek Gregorich, who put together a fantastic new video compilation of all of our Fusion products. There's all 14 there. As a matter of fact, what's cool about it is that you can tap on a particular product if you want to go directly to, let's say, Vita Energia, or you want to see something about on or off. You can tap on it. It'll take you right there. So that's another cool new addition on that presentation page. In addition to that, I also want to call your attention to, on the website itself, if you go to the tools and the resources page, I know a lot of people have said when they're starting, well, where do I find the Facebook groups? And right at the top of that page on the website, in the tools and the resources section, you'll see that there's the Fusion USA. You tap on it, you go right there. You can then ask to be, part of that group. There's also the Fusion USA group. There's also one for the Spanish team. So, guys, everything is now, we're slowly adding, and it's becoming more rapid now, the additions that we're adding to that site. Okay, in addition to that, we're going to be adding, again, on these Fusion Facebook groups, you'll start to see a lot of great suggestions on product usage and combinations, and even people talking about, the different leadership academies and telling people, oh, we have one in Long Island, and we have one in Staten Island, and there's one in San Diego, and they're in Colorado, and they're just popping up, Orlando, all over the country. So sometimes somebody says, well, does anybody have an academy going on in a certain place? Eventually, we're going to have a whole listing for that. So, guys, this is a great resource for you to find out what's happening throughout the whole team, throughout the whole United States, and, of course, even down to Latin America. And if you have Spanish-speaking friends, then you'll have a resource there as well. In addition to that, we've had a lot of rank advancements. I mean, the pulse is just picking up so beautifully and so rapidly across the team. You'll see that there are new executives, and there's new senior executives, new bronze. Congratulations to all of you. And this week, we have 1, 2, 3, I believe there are 4 new golds to announce. And so, guys, I want to give a great big congratulations to Maria Martha Alfaro Chamberlain down in Latin America, Dana Hernandez and Pablo Astiz, and also Ben Mueller. Congratulations, guys, new gold. This is exciting, and I want to mention to all of you that the schedule for next week in Orlando, for those of you that are bronze and above, you want to make sure that you get in early, check in early to the hotel. And again, that's the Hilton Orlando Lake Buena Vista Hilton Hotel. You want to make sure you get in early because at 3 o'clock to 5, we're going to have a very special session with the bronze and above ranks. with Randy and with the corporate team and with the top leaders. So you want to make sure from 3 to 5 you're there. In addition, I just want to run through some of the things that are going to be going on this weekend coming up so that you're prepared. So you get in on Friday, 3 to 5 is the bronze and above event. At 7 o'clock, we have the opportunity presentation followed by a fast start training. Now, I checked with Michael Smith at corporate, and guys, if you have guests in the Florida, Orlando, or people that want to fly in, they can come for free to the opportunity presentation and to the fast start training. Now, I'm going to assume that anybody that comes to that is going to want to continue on Saturday and Sunday. And so those that want to continue on, then they'll pay the registration fee at the door, and they will be warmly welcomed as part of our team, because chances are they would have enrolled being there, that event, seeing the opportunity presentation, the excitement of the entire team, the social proof, and all that's going on. And the next day, from 9 to 5, there will be training, there will be the corporate staff. Alvaro Zuniga is going to be with us. We'll also have Jaliza coming in, as well as many, many of the very top diamonds from Latin America, as well as the entire leadership team. So guys, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind, hot, hot event. And I can tell you, the excitement of being part of the launch, of being there, so that for years to come you can be talking about this. I can tell you that's a story that will go on and on and on and on, that you were there, you were part of it, and you made it happen. And you brought a team of people with you, and it absolutely catapulted everybody's excitement. Now, in the evening, there's going to be some fun things going on. We're going to have a celebration. We're also going to have a sort of a fusion idol, if you want to say, for competition of talents. And so that'll go on in the evening. We'll have a lot of fun together. It's great for friendshipping, you know, learning during the day, friendshipping in the evening. And then Sunday from 9 to 12, there will be a very, very exciting close to this event with a call to action and a whole strategy session on where to go from here. Now, just before we got onto the webcast, Randy got the absolute latest message that we will have a brand new product launched next week in Orlando. And he tells me it is the sexiest, most thermonuclear, exciting product in the universe, and you don't want to miss it. You want to be one of the first people to get that and to be able to bring it home into your markets and launch it like crazy. In addition to that, I want to tell you that we have an exciting mobile app being launched at the event. We have also a replicating website, which again, Randy uses these words a lot, but it's the sexiest thermonuclear, most amazing thing you'll ever see for network marketing, doing your business right out of your mobile phone. In addition to that, we're going to have a lot of exciting other tools, a lot of really dynamic presentations going on. And so guys, this is a no-miss event. Do whatever it takes to get yourself there. Plane tickets, rooming together with people. It's going to be so awesome, and the excitement just keeps building and building and building. So now what I want to do is kick off the webcast tonight over to Denver, Colorado, and we have with us tonight one of the top leaders in the company who's done an incredible job of building an organization around the United States. He is so hot with this business and what he has done, taking from his past experience of 30 years in the industry and what he has done today to build a really dynamic team that you'll get a chance to meet when you're out in Orlando. So with that, I'm going to turn the webcast over to Paul Devlin, who's going to talk about how to effectively talk about our products and keep it in line with the regulations today. So with that, over to you, Paul.
Thanks, Ann. Yeah, I hate to go from really exciting going to this event that's coming up, the launch of Fusion, into a conversation about regulatory. And it's kind of a hard topic for me, actually, because I am one of these guys, I don't like, the government interference. I'm not a big fan of the IRS. Don't like that we have so much overreach of the federal government into our lives. But When it comes to product testimonials, we do have that. We do have this reach into our profession and into our industry, and we've got to pay attention to it. We've actually got to pay attention to it when we're making a product testimonial, when we're sharing our story, what's happened on the product. We also have to talk and be careful about what we're saying when we're talking about an income testimonial. It's the same thing. These regulatory agencies, it's, you know, every business industry and profession has risk factors that exist, and one of the ones that exist in our profession is government regulators, because they, you know, if we break the regulations that have been established, you know, they can do a lot of damage to our business. In fact, they can stop things from happening until we sort out the details, and this has happened historically in our profession. We don't want this to happen to Fusion. I mean, what we're already seeing happen as far as the growth, the excitement of the U.S. launch, the last thing we need is any kind of involvement with FDA and FTC. And I'll tell you, one of the things that happens that I've noticed is when a company starts to really grow fast, and when, you know, there's a huge buzz on the internet and all over Facebook and social media about a company that's in major growth mode, that's all of a sudden when the regulators say, hey, you know, maybe we should go take a look at these guys, right? And so that's what I want to talk about for just a few minutes here, is how to share an appropriate story about taking the Fusion products. Now, Randy, I want to refer you back to our Facebook page. The X Tribe Facebook group is really what it is. It's a group. He put a great post in there going into detail about this whole topic, and I'm not going to read that or, you know, cover everything he did there, but I want to refer you back to there if you want to get the details on this. But one of the ways, I mean, for me, at first when I heard that, hey, we can't say this and we can't say that, I'm like, what about, you know, what about the First Amendment? You know, about freedom of speech? And how is it that they can prevent us from saying, hey, I had this condition and I got on these products and it went away? Who's the government to say that? And what they've done is they've actually divided speech in two ways. And one is the normal First Amendment protected speech. The other is commercial speech. So, and this is the type of speech you engage in when you're in business and when you are in a position to benefit financially from a particular type of speech. And so that speech can be regulated. And in the same way, you know, you can't run into a theater and yell fire. You know, it's this kind of speech that does harm potentially to others, trampling each other as they're exiting the theater. That is the basis upon which they say that they have the right to regulate our testimonials. And so when we're sharing in a public setting or writing or typing in Facebook or tweeting or sending an email, that's out there forever. We can go back and find that through research forever. It's forever speech, and it's, if you're talking about Fusion and you're a Fusion member who stands to benefit financially as your business grows, so you're putting a story out there utilizing this, it falls under their purview. They can regulate it. So what we have to do is we have to give guidelines and have you guys understand so that you can teach your people some of the principles. And it's really not that difficult once you get the idea. But before I actually go into that, I want to say this about it. You never know who's in your meeting, who's maybe recording it with, everybody's got a video camera now on their person, and there's all kinds of hidden video cameras. You don't know who's in the meeting. There's been all kinds of examples in our profession of regulators who go and sit in a meeting, and somebody's at a meeting of maybe it's only 10 or 15 people, but they don't realize, hey, there's somebody in there that's recording it. They don't know it, but they think it's a tight-knit little group. I can say whatever I want in here. Nobody's going to find out. So it's one of the things to be aware of. You don't know who's in the meeting who might be recording it. And again, as we become more and more successful, our competitors would look at this, hey, if we could catch Fusion people making claims about the diseases and mentioning disease names and if we can show regulators that, maybe that would slow them down a little bit. Don't think that competitors may not use that, especially with what's coming with Fusion in the near future. and especially as this gets launched and really gets out there in a big way, we're going to become a target. So we have to be especially careful about these areas. So you never know who's going to be at your meeting. You never know who's going to be on the other end of the phone line. You might think it's a prospect. Who knows? Maybe it's somebody who's going to take that information, record it, and use it against us. So let's talk a little bit now about what you can't say. The products are not drugs. That's the first thing. So we can't think about them in a drug context. The FDA has very specific rules for what a drug is. And, you know, companies that sell drugs spend millions of dollars doing studies, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies, so that they can make claims relating to a specific disease. So we can't talk about them like they're drugs in any way. What we can say is that the products support the body's various systems, the cardiovascular system, for example. You know, we can say that it's supportive of those things without mentioning disease names in particular. You know, we can talk about the fact that when you give the body good nutrition, the body's able to heal itself. You know, that's a safe thing to say. And since fusion is plant-based, you know, the primary ingredients in the fusion products all derive from plants. The body, you know, is used to and is capable of absorbing plant ingredients and using those ingredients to support healing. You know, we can say those kinds of things, right? But what we can't do, again, is name particular diseases in the context of a fusion product. So that's the big no-no when we're talking about product testimonials. And Randy posted something called the ICD, which is the International Classification of Diseases. There's actually 16,000 of them out there. But this would be things like diabetes or cancer or heart disease. So, you know, we don't want to be using medical numbers. You know, my sugars, I've got diabetes and my sugars dropped by such and such a percentage when I got on the product. And the truth is, folks, you don't really know that it was the fusion products that did that. Something changed that was positive. We really don't know. So in reality, we wouldn't want to say that anyway. But so this is just some basic guidelines. Now you can talk about how the products make you feel. You know, and ultimately people want to feel good. They want to feel happy. You know, to me, the products give me this incredible feeling of well-being. But as far as I think the biggest thing to remember is just keeping the names of diseases. And if you have a question about that, go to Randy's post, go to this ICD thing. You can look it up and see if a particular issue you're dealing with is on there. We don't want to mention disease names and the fusion products in the same sentence in terms of the product testimony. Talk about how the products make you feel, how they support your healing, how you're giving your body what it needs to recover, and you know, you'll be safe. And you know, it's not just for you too. We want to get people on board with this thing because it protects everybody's business this way, and we want to be above this and make sure we got it right. So now for some more fun stuff, I want to turn the call over to Randy. Now, if you're brand new to Fusion or even brand new to network marketing, you may not know or may not have heard of Randy Gage. I've known Randy for 20 years. He's sold more training materials than anybody else into this profession. This is a guy that really understands our profession. He's really one of the most recognized names in all of network marketing. He's in the Speakers Hall of Fame. He's been in the industry for 30 years. He's consulted with most of the top companies in the industry, built incredible organizations. So he's done it as a consultant and as, you know, a builder. So Randy's going to talk about edification and third-party tools. So Randy, take it away.
Thanks, Paul. And looking at the time, we're running behind schedule. So instead of talking about edification, I'm going to throw that to the next webcast, and I'm going to deliver some edification because we're very fortunate tonight. We've got a special guest star on. We've got Eric Gamio from Lima, Peru has come on. He's one of the top 10 income earners in the world and in Fusion, which makes him one of the top income earners in the entire world. He's a rock star. If you've ever gone anywhere in Latin America, people talk about his videos for years. And he's one of our top leaders, and he's just dedicated to helping his team and supporting it. And since we were able to get him on this week and he had some thoughts about leadership, I want to turn it over to him, and then next week or the week after, I'm going to come back and we'll talk about some of the process of how you edify people and events and tools. But for now, we got this rock star on here. Eric, it's all yours.
Hello, guys. Thank you for those words. I don't know where to hide when you talk like that about me. And I know there are guests here, and of course leaders here. And what I want to talk about real quick is about identifying leaders. And I know leader may be a cliche word. Let's talk about entrepreneurs. I asked one time Luca, hey Luca, how do you know who's gonna become a diamond? Who's gonna get to $15,000 or $20,000 per month and solve his life or her life? How do you know your experience? And he's like, in a week, I will know that. In a week. In 1 week, oh my God, your experience, of course, so many years in the field. No, it's because they stalk me. They call me every single day. They read all the books. They go to the events before they start, and they stay after it ended. They're just always there. The energy, the thirst of knowledge, and they want to solve something in their lives. So that's the main focus when you want to start building your business. Look for the hungry people out there. And when you sign up people, don't assume they want to do the business. Sometimes, for me, when I sign somebody, when he gets those boxes, he's not a leader and an entrepreneur. No, he's just a guy for me that actually bought my wonderful products, and I have to take a quick look to know if he's going to be that leader. And how do I know that? Getting into tactics, I give him, of course, an action plan. The X Tribe has an amazing action plan called the Accelerator Guide. This is the main thing you have to do that. You will be irresponsible if you don't do that. If you say, hey, let's start calling your friends and let's get them to your house and make a grand opening. No. You gotta work the accelerator plan exactly as it's told, because this is a system, a franchise system. And after I do all the guide, I say just two things. First, I give him an example. My brother, if he's a guy, you are a plane with 4 engines. And I am just, I don't know how you say those planes that doesn't have any engines or the wheels to land. Just
glider.
A glider, exactly. I'm just a glider, and I'm wrapped to your tail. So if you go to 15,000 kilometers per hour, I'm gonna be there because I'm gonna be at your rhythm. If you break the sound barrier, I'm gonna be there with you flying. But if you start to slow down, try to approach the runway to stop, what would happen to me? I would crash. And I don't like crashing, so I'm going to start unwrapping myself and start looking for another engine. So the rhythm is yours. And I always give only 3 homework. 3 homeworks for the person. First, read these 3 chapters of this book. Not read this book. A lot of people are like me. I got into network marketing 10 years ago, and I never had read a book in my life. So when you tell me, hey, read a book, I'm like, what? A book is like 3 months, 6 months of reading? Just 3 chapters. Easy, you know? Then you have to listen to these 2 audios. Which book? Which audio? Your upline line are gonna tell you that. Number 3, you're gonna make 20 calls in 48 hours because you gotta master the call. And that's 20 calls in a week. It's 20 calls in 48 hours. The important number is 48 because you have to be consistent when you're developing a skill. And then I end up the plan telling him something, and it's very good. And you, as a guest, if you're here, you have to listen to this. I'm going to give you the Fusion success statistics. So I'm going to give you the statistic. I'm going to give you the future. You want to hear that? Okay, there are 3 types of entrepreneur on Fusion. Number 1 guy, you sign up this guy, and you talk to him a day after the action plan, 2 days after, and here, hey, what's up? What did you do? The 2048, the 2 chapters, the 3 chapters, the 2 audios. And he's like, yeah, the name of the book was, no, I'm going to be on Amazon right now. I'm sorry, I was at work, but, well, okay. That guy is going to be out of Fusion in less than 30 days. Entrepreneur number 2, you talk to the person 2 days from the action plan or 1 day from the action plan. Hey, how was it, everything? How about the book and everything? The book, amazing 3 chapters. I learned a lot. Those 2 audios are great. I love them. And I made the 20 calls, and I have a couple of meetings set up. This is great. Okay, perfect. That guy or that person has a great chance of making money in Fusion. Entrepreneur number 3, you don't call the person. They stalk you. They figure out how you send audios through WhatsApp, and they just, it becomes a vibrator. Meaning, hey, you don't call the guy. He called, hey, did you hear the book? I already read the book. I already read 2 books. I just bought 2. I don't know if they are the correct ones. The audios, I found out I was from Randy, from Ann, from Billy. A lot of the calls. I already had a whole meeting. I don't know if I should tell you this. I just got it ahead. That guy is going to be a multi-millionaire. Which one are you? That's what I say to the person I'm sponsoring. I'm doing an acceleration plan. Which one are you? I have no idea. I'm going to find out in 48 hours. Off you go. So this is the best way for me to lay out the field so that they know exactly what they have to do, and they know exactly what to expect, and I don't lose my time. And that's how I find leaders, develop leaders, and know who's going to build the business. So that's the only thing I just wanted to talk to you about. And we're going to go to the end of this amazing hangout. And I'm going to pass the microphone to a dear friend of mine. I'm amazed of the speed of this person, how he builds the business. More than 10 years of experience in this profession, at such a good heart and a good leader overall. And I'm so proud to call him my friend. So with you, to talk a little bit about the lounge event, to close up this webinar, Shai Samuel.
Thank you very much, Eric. And it is my pleasure to call you a friend. And you know, I mean, one of the amazing things that we get over this journey is the people that we meet along and become friends. And I'm so happy. And also, I was thrilled at your training, and actually, you know, I gonna adopt some of the things that you said. So I absolutely believe in it, and I think that's a great way to motivate people. But there's some exception of it always, you know, and you know, an example can be yesterday from the academy that we had here in San Diego, where we had someone that was quiet for quite a long time, you know, just joined and, you know, it didn't do much. Then he came to the event and boom, you know, he got it, you know. And that's the value of those events, you know. Either it's a local event, a webcast, and for sure, you know, the biggest event. And this is why you absolutely need to be there, everyone, in this event, in the launch in Orlando. And you must make sure that everyone that you know will be there. Now, one amazing way to be there is to cross the stage with a rank, of course. And it doesn't matter what rank, you know, the fact that you achieve rank is a remarkable thing by itself. And of course, as the rank goes up, it's even better because you have a bigger team. And you know, being at an event in Peru with 5,000 people, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So you have a chance to break a rank and be recognized at the event in Orlando this week and next week. And we got now a promise that even if you break break a rank, even in Saturday, Friday night, you know, we will recognize you. But basically, we have the 2 next week. Now, what rank can you make in 2 weeks? Well, for sure, you can become qualified. You know, that's amazing rank by itself. You can become executive. That's fairly easy. But someone can become a gold and even platinum. You know, I would say that if you are just new to Fusion, make a decision that you will become at least executive, if not senior executive. And if you are with Fusion for quite a while, and even if you achieve rank in the history, you know, make sure that this week you requalify, that you achieve, because it's not about your rank. You know, that's the beauty. The beauty is to get moving with the compensation plan. You need to help other people to break ranks. So I would say, if you have already a few people in your team, forget about your rank. Focus about their rank. You know, help them to become executive or senior executive, and you will become one as well, or, you know, bronze or gold, because that's the real secret to me. I know that this event is going to be mind-blowing. I know that Fusion is going to be, we're going to break any record in the history, and you want to be part of this. It's worthwhile to go over your normal and go crazy. And with that, I would like to close this call and wish all of us amazing week this week and the week to follow, and I'll see you in Orlando soon.